as you know, that baby girl is due next Thursday. Yes, y'all. Can y'all believe next Thursday? Oh, can she get it?
Oh man, next Thursday.
Next Thursday. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. So as you know, as a content creator, the part of me that is not ready is because my life creates the content that I have to show for this. So it's not like, thank you, baby. So it's not like I can just be like, let me throw this crib up right fast. It's like, let me throw the crib. Oh, dang, I gotta get the camera. That's the only thing, but it's a blessing. I'm not complaining about it. It's a blessing, most definitely. But that's sometimes what holds me back is because I'm going through the journey of, having to show it, besides me just doing it. And some days and sometimes I just kind of don't feel like it, honestly. But it's not going to stop me. We have a whole bunch of stuff coming out, of course. When we initially have baby girl, it won't be in realistic time, if that makes sense. It's going to be out of realistic time. And the people who already know will know, of course, or however. So yes, we're excited. We're excited about her coming, her arrival. As y'all know, that it has been a journey this year. This year started off really, really good. This year has been a really good year. But we've had, a couple of things that happened, or however. I know a lot of people always reach out, ask questions and everything. I'm trying to read y'all comments too. Ask questions and everything. And so I'm here to address a few of them. I can't address a lot of them, but a few of them, or however. So yes, we are excited. This is my first girl. I have two baby boys. I have two boys. I have a 9-year-old. I have a 1-year-old. Well, no, he's 10. Oh my gosh, sorry y'all. Yeah, my 10-year-old just turned 10 December 10th. And then I have a 1-year-old that just turned 1 October 30th. And then I do have a foster baby as well. And so yes, I want to also come on here and say thank you guys so much. I have a wish list, a registry online, and I am so appreciative of everyone giving gifts off of the registry for everyone, for the baby on the way, for my 10-year-old, for my foster baby, for the 1-year-old. I am so appreciative that everyone has been giving and showing communities. I so appreciate it. I want to specifically, I'm going to come back live one more time but I want to specifically give those names. And so I want to make sure that you guys, get the recognition as far as just saying thank you personally, because I really believe in that. Because you guys, it's holidays. You could be giving this money to your family and people who are really in need besides giving it to us. And so I am forever grateful, and I am so thankful. Thank you so much. It's for baby girl. So everything around here is kind of like a pinky purple color, or however. And so we are so excited for next week. I know a lot of people reach out to me. They do ask me about my foster. However, I can say thank God that some things have changed to where no one could talk about anything pertaining to the case of the foster, which is amazing, okay? Which is amazing. So unfortunately, we're not able to answer any questions or talk about it specifically, or however, or anything, or there'll be consequences. And we don't want those consequences. We don't want them consequences.
No smoke.
Okay, listen. It's been the best thing that has been. Want to do it? Ha! We should shout around here, okay? Because when it happened, I was shouting. So yes, we're not allowed to talk about our foster. I am a foster parent, so I can definitely say, because I am a foster parent. Yeah. But as far as like talking details or anything, I'm not able to talk about that. That is a good thing. Nobody is able to talk about it. And so that has given us some peace and some quiet. Now, what I can say is I am a businesswoman. My name by itself, I'm Imogene Dent.
Put some respect on my name.
Listen. Okay, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate it. Now I am a businesswoman, so what I can speak is on behalf of my business. My name, Imogene Dent itself, Imogene Dent and Company LLC is my name. So what happens is I can speak on behalf of my name, not the case, but behalf of my name. And what happens is, I'm going to stay on this just briefly and get off of it. What happens is, if you come against my name or talk about my name, if you say anything against my family, my household and my living, my lifestyle or anything, especially when it's lies, not the truth, it's going to be some consequences and repercussions. I've been very patient in the process to hope that that it would just move on, but it hasn't. So when it comes to my name, my business, lies and slander, if I wanted to live a crazy life and just be a negative / crazy person, then, that's how people live their life. I am not that person at all. I am a very good person in my community, influential. And so what happens is right now, I am going through a situation to where we are taking legal action. Legal action to make sure that we continue to get peace, that these lies and defamation will not be an issue in the future, especially in my postpartum. I'm about to have a whole baby. I don't want to have any type of drama, any type of anything moving forward or however. And I've been very patient to wait it out to make sure it's not. But when you keep doing it on my business and when you do it on my name, when it's not truthful information and when it's all lies, you're basically trying to mess up my character. And I don't play when it comes to that, because if I wanted to do something like that, trust me, it will be a lot of people that would say the same thing again. But the good thing is, in the process of doing this, I do have recommendations from people in the community as well. Right now, I have 25 people working on just character statements in general. So with that being said, I have a legal team that is working on my behalf. So the first phase of everything, it did get denied, but trust me, we are definitely still continuing. Thank you so much. We're definitely still continuing to make sure that we receive peace and that, that we're not getting any type of anything. Thank you so much, Redbone. I appreciate it. So that's why I do want to let people know that we are continuing. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it. We don't know.
Are you able to provide proof that someone is slandering your name? Of course. Everything is recorded. That's the crazy part. Everything is recorded. I can't just be like, somebody said this. I feel like someone said this or somebody does it. When you have actual recordings and, not only just voice, but you have, them actually saying it, there at this point, it's a done deal. So hopefully, like I said, I call it a two-phase authentication. You know how like they'll send you an email on your phone when you're trying to get into your account, but they're like, let me send a text message too. Well, that's what the first one is. The first one is, good thing, like I said, we're not able to talk about anything. So that's the first one. That's the first phase of authentication. But just even moving forward in my business, just to make sure, however, I want to make sure that we're protected as well for the long haul or however. So this goes with anything, anybody in your business, any business at all. You always want to make sure that you protect your business and everything that you do. Okay. So again, we're excited. Postpartum journey is going to be amazing. It's going to be peaceful. It's going to be a breeze. I'm praying that it will. I feel like last journey on my postpartum was really good. The only thing that thank you so much. I appreciate the roses. Yeah. Thank you so much, Curious Shell. I really appreciate it. I feel like the last thing that on my postpartum journey that was so stressful was just making sure I produce a lot of milk. That had me in tears because, I breastfed him for 18 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate the gifts, y'all. I breastfed him for 18 months. And then with this baby, I wasn't even past, 2 months?
Not even 2.
I couldn't even get enough milk. And when I tell you, I was like in tears because I'm not going to lie. I was like, my baby too good for formula. I got to get him some breast milk. Thank y'all so much. And so I was like, I got to get him some formula. Like that really scared me. Because, you hear things like, formula can make you, you hear things. I was trying to be a natural mom. Yeah. But let me tell you, y'all, he did real good on that formula. That formula looked real good.
Constipation more than I feared constipation.
Yes.
More than anything, but he wasn't constipated.
He didn't react crazy. Yeah. No constipation. I mean, everything was fine. So, perspectives. You know what I mean? When you go with a certain perspective with one child, I was more like, breastfeeding. I want to do it natural. I want to do all these things. And then when you go against the grain of that, it was one of the things I'm like, man. But he did really good. So if baby girl get here and I don't produce enough milk, She will be definitely getting some formula as well. I'm gonna try my best to do all the breastfeeding, but I'm not going to you know, cry about it this time or be like stressed out about it, because at the end of the day my baby's eating and they're fed, and that's what's really important, you know. I'm gonna go back and read some of these comments just real quickly. Again, if I don't address some of them, it's because, you know, there's a reason. If I don't see them all, I'm sorry. How's the baby? The baby is doing good. She is doing really well. I'm dilated to a 2.75, so that's a good thing. I'm still working on my raspberry leaf, my primrose oil at nighttime. I'm still doing my ball activity. A little extra too, that they say. And just really trying to get her here. Or however. So the baby is doing good. The baby is doing good. I love your smile. Thank you so much. Braces come off next June, I think. So yes. We want the childbirth to be easy. We're going to do another VBAC. So I had two. So as y'all know, my oldest son, if he was still alive right now, he will be currently 17, about to be 18 in February. But he passed away from SIDS back in 2006. And then from there, I have my 10-year-old, big old gap. From 10-year-old, and then I got a 1-year-old, another big gap. And so the two first, Ian and Israel, which was my two oldest, my oldest son and, you know, the one I have now, they were C-sections. And so he was a successful VBAC, and that's what we're trying to do with this pregnancy too, is making sure that we have a VBAC, a successful VBAC. Hey, Landy! Candy Landy out here. Hey, Landy is my stylist, y'all. She gets me right every time. She says she loved your glasses, Josh.
I appreciate it. I got a hater right here.
He don't want you to wear it. Yes. Thank you so much. Peaceful, yes. Peace. Due date is going to be next Thursday. I'm telling y'all this, but you know, in real time when y'all see everything, content-wise. Thank you so much, Pretty Izzy. You won't be able to. We won't be doing it in real time. In real time. I don't know, it's a bond and the nutrients and the healthiness and all that stuff. Amazing. But again,
You don't got to spend the money.
You don't have to spend no money. Okay, these cans of formula is like $20.
And for the small ones.
For the small ones, I'm like,
that may go a week.
Right. I'm like, man, so we spent a lot of money on formula. I was trying to cut the cost of that, but yeah. As y'all know, I'm still exercising. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Second to none. You have a successful one. Thank you so much. Are you going to be induced or going to labor on your own? So I have a doula. So how it happened last time, I had a doula. My last pregnancy, y'all, I love my doctor, so I would never say anything bad about it. But he did kind of, what should I say?
He took precautions. He did his job.
He did his job, but he kind of dropped the ball just a little bit. I love my doctor. I've been my doctor for a long time. I ain't going nowhere. But I say is last time he did kind of drop the ball a little bit, only because he went out of town at the time I was due. So okay, Ivan was due exactly 40 weeks. He was due on his due date exactly. October 30th was 40 weeks on the dot, and so that was a Sunday. Friday, I went to that doctor, my doctor's appointment that Tuesday. All my appointments are always on Tuesday. And so I went to him that Tuesday. I'm like, all right, I'll see you this weekend. He like, yeah, I'll see you this weekend. Yeah, when this weekend came, I'm like, what floor number am I on? Like, you know, what floor? I'm getting information. I'm calling on Friday. His offices are closed on Fridays. So I'm talking to the after hours. I'm like, hey, you know, what floor number? I called the hospital because they say call the hospital. I called the hospital. They said, we don't have you scheduled. And plus, we don't do deliveries on the weekend. What? So I called the office, and so I talked to the after service, and they was like, yeah, your doctor's out of town too. So he went out of town. I wasn't scheduled. And then Halloween was the next day. I said, I'm not having no Halloween baby. So my doula came in town. And then on Saturday, she gave me some concoction. She mixed something together. I don't know what she did, But whatever it was, I was laughing one minute and the next minute I was having contractions. And I labored at home for like, how long, babe? It was like
Oh man, about
8
hours.
I labored for a good, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, no, 1, 2. We went to the hospital about like 4 in the morning. I labored for a good 7 hours. And when I mean labored, I went through the contractions. We was in water.
2, you left at 8. So.
Yeah, I was at a 2. I was dilated to a 2. And by the time I went into the hospital, I was at 8. So she wanted to do a home birth this time. She wanted to do a home birth, and I just I don't feel comfortable with the home birth, even though I could have one, but I just want to take precaution. But she said I can do a home birth. I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to labor as much as I can at home because, you hear a lot of stories that people who have C-sections, they try to force them back into a C-section. And I didn't want that. So if it goes well accordingly this time, Wednesday night, I'm going to be drinking that same little concoction. We're going to do the same thing, but take more precaution because they did say this, since it's back-to-back, it does come faster. And so we're going to take a little bit more precaution, and then we're going to have this baby on Thursday. So I am super excited. But yeah, we're still working out. So I still work out. I know a lot of people always inbox me and be like, is that safe? And I would never do anything that wasn't safe. Me lifting weights is one of the things I always done. Let me see. Come here. Come here. Come here. You want to say hi? Doing weightlifting is one of the things I've always done. So the weight that you see me doing, it might be heavy to some people, but that's my warm-up weight. 135 on a squat is my warm-up weight. That's what I warm up on. I think I'm used to squatting like 315 pounds. So with that being said, of course, that's dangerous. I would never do that. But as far as something I've always done and been doing, hey, you okay? What's the matter? I'm sorry, y'all. Got into mommy mode right fast. What's the matter? You want one? You want this? No? Okay. What you want? Babe, can you get some Cheetos?
Yeah, let me get some.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Got into mommy mode right fast. But yeah, I wouldn't do anything to do that. Boxing is one of them things. Hold on. It's okay. Boxing is one of them things where I'm always going to do. I have to have boxing. I love it. I don't show it as much, of course, as I would or however, but I still continue to do it. Because y'all know at one point in time I was going to go pro. It ain't going to be anymore, but I am going to start taking on some, you want some? You want this? I am going to take on a couple of real fights just to say I did it or however. But now that's it. But when I do something, I like to do it real good, So yeah, I still do that or however. Somebody said my sister exercised to the morning. Yep, that's what I did. The day before I gave birth to him, well, 2 days I would say, because that Friday on the 28th, I actually went and I did boxing. I was good, I was fine, and Sunday I gave birth. So I definitely am going to continue to do this all the way up until the day of. Are you hoping for a Christmas baby? No. My birthday this year fell on Thanksgiving. And my birthday last year fell on the day before Thanksgiving. So when it comes to like holiday birthdays, I don't even celebrate my birthday. I didn't celebrate my birthday this year, and I didn't celebrate it last year. So when it comes to the holidays, especially when I'm hosting it here at my house, I'm cooking the night before if it's the night before, or I'm like, hosting at my house. It's not about my birthday, it's about the holiday. So I hope I don't have a Christmas baby, only because no, it'll be good. I guess for her it'll be good. I just want her to have her own individual day, if that makes sense. So, somebody said, look at his beautiful little eyes. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I'm excited to see what a girl gonna look like. I feel like my boys kind of look similar. They have different features because he looks more like me and then Ian looks more like him. So I'm curious to see, like, what is she gonna look like as a girl? You stay home till you were 7 centimeters. Ooh.
Oh, man.
Yes. Yeah.
It started happening every 30 seconds?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah, by the time
I think like every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was like every
34. It was like 34 seconds. Yeah. And the doula was like, go in there and lay down and go to sleep. And I was like, I can't go to sleep doing this. I'm going to labor, excuse me. So someone said, you're so pretty. Thank you. Be right back on at work. Okay, honey. But yeah, so we're super excited. We do, like I said, we still have some stuff to do. We have some nesting to do. We still have to get like everything ready. I think, you know what's crazy? Because even when you think you're ready, you're still not ready. I feel like no matter how much ready I feel like I am, I'm still not going to be ready as I want to. I think that's just the rule. I don't think nobody's ever 100% ready. Even if I just did this last year, it's never going to be like, oh, I'm super ready. It's still going to be something that's nervousing, you know. If I can do it without an epidural, I would, but I'm going to let y'all know. I had an epidural every time. And when they offered it last time, because what happened was he wasn't in position enough. So they didn't want to put me into a C-section. So they gave me an epidural to make sure he was in place enough so I could be able to naturally have him, and it worked. Which I heard they're not supposed to give you a epidural after a certain after you dilate a certain amount. So I don't know, I'm not asking no questions, but it worked out for me. But what I can say is I did not let them aggressively give me the Pitocin.
Right.
I did tell the nurse, I said, hey, you know, please do not turn on my Pitocin because it could make my uterus contract and possibly force it to overwork to put me into a C-section. I learned that in my birthing class. And she was like, well, if you do it, we're not going to get anywhere. And I said, oh, that's fine. We're just going to keep it at a 2. You know what I mean? Because she bumped it up into a 4. But I had learned in my birthing classes that you have rights. And my doula's there too, so they know rights as well. That's what I like about having a doula, because they advocate for you. But I advocated for myself, and I was like, hey, you know, do not bump my Pitocin up. And everything worked out great, you know. They didn't give me any type of like, she wasn't rude or anything. It was just one of them things where she was like, well, if you don't do it, it's okay, we'll just keep it at a 2, and it all worked out. So I'll make sure that even on then that everything is still, but that epidural is scary. It's scary every time. I don't know what it is about it, but if I can go this time without doing it, I don't know, man, that epidural make a difference. That epidural make a difference. But if I can do it without this time, I guess I'll do it. It just depends, y'all. It's all in God's hands at the end of the day. It's all in God's hands. So we're going to be good. We're going to be good. I love my epidural with the back pain I have now. I'm sorry. And I hear people who do have back pain after epidural. I just never necessarily had that issue. So I hope I don't. And let's see. Somebody said, my boy Josh. Somebody said, hey. Hey, Patrice. Having a doula is important. Yes, it is. We as Black women have to advocate for ourselves, especially. Yes, we definitely do. Definitely. You hear so many stories, and of course you don't go into every stories, you know, thinking about, or every situation thinking about that, but I mean, it's a possibility, you know. So everybody said house. Somebody said house to family. Family is doing great. Any advice for first time moms? Are you talking about as far as being pregnant, or just advice in general? I feel like this is what I say when it comes to advice. Advice works. It's not a situation. It's not something I could just say, hey, this is what works 100%. Advice is always taken as a grain of salt, because it depends on the person you with. Like I can say, you can ask me like, what's the best marriage advice? I can't tell you what the best marriage advice across the board. I can tell you what's the best for us, because I'm a person, he's a person, 2 different backgrounds. You know, it depends on what your life's mission is and stuff. So I can give you some advice, but again, I always say take it as a grain of salt. The pain is too much for me. Epidural. Okay, epidural me, please. Okay, listen. Somebody say, yes, Josh, we're praying for all of you safe delivery. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I gave birth on my knees and it felt 10 times. Okay, yes. I did hear that there's certain birthing positions that you could do in the bed. You can, they say not the one that lay on your back, don't really do that. My doula did say the way, if you do lay on your back, the way that your legs should be in a certain position and how your head is tucked is, you know, to make sure that you don't rip or however. So there are certain things that, you know, I want to try this time, but again, I ain't trying to do all that. Because when you're going through it, you're not thinking. And then when you get the epidural, your legs is halfway numb. It feel like plastic dummy legs. And so you don't even half the time be knowing what's going on. You're like, just get this baby. You had your son natural? Congratulations. My little sister had hers. She didn't have no epidural. She had my nephew natural. Like, yes. So I'm excited. Also, I'm excited, guys, because I have family coming in town. My brother's coming in town, which is amazing. He's going to be in delivery room. He was in delivery room with me last time. Y'all know my brother is like my best friend, like literally. So Uncle Dom is going to be there. My younger sister is coming in town or however, so that's amazing. My auntie, so the sad thing is my grandmother has COVID. She got tested for COVID and she has COVID. So she would have been here at the house with the kids and, being, here with the baby. But unfortunately, since she has COVID, and by the time that window, she had got it last Saturday. Then by the time you think about the baby being born next week, I feel like it's not enough time to kind of give it a little bit of window for, for her or however. So my auntie from St. Louis, which is one of my aunts I grew up with, she is coming into town to be with me for a week or so. So I am so excited that I have my family come into town to be with me in this time. Yes, he is sleepy. Look at him.
He just woke up.
He did?
Yeah, he just woke up.
He looks tired. Look at him. You Redbone, you on point. Listen, that baby sitting. No, I don't know. You sure he just woke up?
No, I'm done. He on the second win. He is not sleepy.
Look at him.
He's chilling.
He do look sleepy. I don't know. When did he just wake up? You sure?
Yeah, we woke up when I left for work.
I don't know. He must be tired again. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh yeah. Yes, bless the village. Yes, it takes a village, y'all. It takes a village. Okay, he is enjoying. No, he's going to sleep. He is going to sleep. Okay, but he said I'm not going to go to sleep until that chip is gone. I'm going to eat it all. My little baby man. Let me tell y'all, the one thing that is going to be a transition is because he's the baby. Yep, he's asleep. He's the baby and he's still in the bed with us. I know. Don't judge us. Don't judge us. Listen, my oldest son, the 10-year-old, he stayed in the bed with us until he was 6. Was it 6?
Yeah.
6. So this is good. So this baby right here, we got that crib now. We're going to be putting him in the crib. So that's good. And because they're close to age, okay, baby, because he's going to be close to age with his sister, then, I feel like at that point in time, they'll be room buddies for a little bit and they can give each other comfort. So therefore we can have our bed back or however. I didn't think about, it was not my fault. I wouldn't say, us having the second kid having a kid back to back like that. I'm like, man, I have a baby that's in diapers. I'm about to have another baby that's in diapers. I literally have 2 kids under 2. Like, oh my gosh. But it's a blessing because I do have help. You know what I mean? Like my husband is a very, 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 very active dad. Like he is really good. Like he spoils the kids. That's the only thing. He spoils them, but he is really, really good and helps. And he wakes up at the night. He don't complain. So I am so blessed to have a really good partner in this or however. So let's see. You slept? Yep. You want y'all beds back? Listen. When Ian started sleeping wild, I said, you gotta go. And this baby, Ivan, he sleeps really wild too. And I'm like, yeah, it's time for you to get in the crib. So we getting him in early. So he said, what kind of chips did he have? He had some Cheetos. That is funny. Listen, Cheetos go hard. Yes. Let's see, I said, how old is it? Okay, just making sure I catch up on y'all questions. So yeah, we're excited, y'all. Got some stuff to do. Like I said, I gotta finish up. Will this be your last baby or are you planning for more? This is my last. My husband has a vasectomy, so he got a vasectomy. We're not playing. So the thing is, I'm married, so I can't say that my kids are not playing because I'm married. So the thing is, even if I didn't say, hey, let's have a baby now, at the end of the day, it's still going to be a planned baby when you're not taking precaution, if that makes sense. So for me and my husband on Ian, my oldest son, my 10-year-old, he was a surprise. He was a surprise baby at the perfect time. He was the perfect baby too. So that was good. Ivan, we literally planned him. We literally said, hey, we were going to plan him, and we planned him like 2 years in advance because I was like going very hardcore in my workout, my exercises, so I could have a healthy birth, because I was like, I am not having a cesarean. I want a successful VBAC. I want to be healthy as possible. And so we planned him. We decided that we were going to start trying December 20th of 2022. And I'm sorry, 21. And that's exactly what we did. So December 20th of 2021, we got busy. And then next thing you know, we had a baby in October 30th. And then this baby, he was supposed to get his vasectomy in January. So he was like, I'm done. We're done having kids. I'm like, cool. And then when the appointment came for his vasectomy in January, I was like, are you sure you want to do this? Maybe we should wait just to see. But in my mind, I was like, I didn't want to have any more kids. But I think when he said he was getting a vasectomy, it made it seem like it was permanent. So it kind of scared me to where I'm like, do I really want to have more kids? Thank you so much, Pretty Izzy. I appreciate it. Thank you for the roses. So it almost made me second guess, like, do I want to? Even though I was like, it sound good, but it's something that I didn't want to do. And then I found out I was pregnant. I was like, oh, dang. Like, this wasn't necessarily planned, but again, I'm married, so it's when you do it and it happens. I'm married. It is what it is. So of course we didn't plan it, but it happened, and I'm so blessed because now I got my girl. And so, hey, God made it happen. She was running fast. Look, she was running fast, and here we are. So we're extremely blessed, but we are done. We are absolutely done. I'm 36 now, so I think I'm at a good age. And then I was thinking, I'm like, man, we about to have fun when we get older. But then by the time I'm 55, my kid will be 20. Like, my grandmother, I'm 36. My grandma is, how old is grandma? 68. Mm-hmm. My grandma's 68. And, you know, my mom is young. She's 50. She'll be 51. 50. So everybody kind of had kids early in my, you know, I kind of had my kids late. So yeah, we're done. Make a long story short, we're done. Yeah, she was swimming. She was like, what's that swimmer's name? Mike Phelps. She was out doing Michael Phelps. Okay. Listen, she was not playing. She said, I'm gonna get here, and y'all ain't gonna do nothing about that. Cause then he rescheduled. What was after your January date on your vasectomy?
It was March.
It was March. So he about to, and did I find out I was pregnant in March, at the end of March? Mm-hmm. I think by the time he was going to go back for the vasectomy or however, then I think I found out I was pregnant. Yeah. So this time I said, hey, get this vasectomy before we have this next baby, just to make sure that once she's born and we get to pass our 6-week time of having to wait, we won't have a, oops, I did it again. No mistake. Mm-hmm. So, I think 3 kids for me is enough. I really do, because I want to give my kids quality of life, you know. People can have kids all day long. They can be popping out babies. But it's also, I want to pop out babies and be able to afford them. And I want to be able to care and love them individually. Like, my kids mean so much to me. Like, my children mean so much. So I want to make sure I give them a good life, a good quality of life. And I came from a big family, or however, which we're not going to get on childhood stuff, guys, because we are not going to get on childhood stuff. But I came from a big family, and the good thing that I liked about, the best thing I would say about my childhood is, you know, your siblings. Like, they are like, basically, because, you know, you're not playing by yourself. You can make up games, you know what I mean? You can have like a little cash register and make fake money, and, you know, you keep each other busy, you know? So that's the thing. But just having kids, just to be like, oh, I just want kids, like, that's never had been my thing. I want to be able to bond with each of my children on a level to where I said I gave them all the love that I had. And so with my 10-year-old, he had so many years. I feel like we poured into him so much, and we still have his whole life to still pour into him. And so that's the good thing. And then with my 1-year-old, I can honestly say, like I was nervous that me being pregnant and stuff, that I wouldn't be able to pour into him the way I want to. But I really felt like I was able to give him so much love, even though we are pregnant, about to have another one. And even the process of extending our family over to being fostering, I feel like I have so much love that I can pour into, I pour into her as well. We pour into everybody, you know what I mean? And so when you're just a loving person, I feel like it's easy. In my career, and the way that my career is lined up too, because I had a career change, I feel like it flows with being able to be an at-home mom, if that makes sense. The career that I had before, I was a makeup artist. I traveled back and forth to Atlanta as well. So that took a little bit of time away from the family. And so I don't do that anymore. So that's the good thing, is now that my career, I'm able to be here, but still be able to be doing things with my family. That's beautiful. I love parents with this mindset. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I feel like too, like when sometimes when people, you can have a good childhood and be a really good parent. I feel like it doesn't matter. You can have a good childhood and be a good parent, or you can have a bad childhood and still be a good parent. I'm one of the ones that didn't have a good childhood, but I feel like I can be a great parent because I know what it feels like not to have that. And that's what I want. So my foundation, when it comes to just who I am as a person and what my life mission is, my life mission, of course, is always to be sowing positivity in my community, serving people around me. I want to be known as a pillar in my community, of course. I am that, which I've accomplished, which is amazing. But I also am like that in my family. I feel like in my family, I have always taken the role almost of big mama. A big mama. I've been the more responsible one. Like, I'm the one that's like, grandmama. Who was that? Grandmama. I'm her in the family.
We watch a lot of cartoons when we got small kids, and from Zootopia. Yeah, if you got kids, watch Zootopia. That's where it comes from.
But I'm her, if that makes sense in my family. So when you have that role, or however, you're more responsible. I want my kids, when they get older, I'm telling you, I'm gonna have it to where, like, we're gonna sit down with the wives and be like, this is what we require from our family. Like, you have to show up to dinner on Sundays at least 2 times a month. Like, you have to show up for dinners. We want everybody here. Even the in-laws, we want them here too. We want it to be a big community and a big close-knit family, because that's what you really have in life. Family relationship is key. It's really key to life. And again, when it comes to part of my foundation, it is my legacy of my children. Mm-hmm. So that is really big.
That's what you got. That's all you got.
That's what you got. You know what I mean? So into that. Oh, my sister loves y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Do you think you've been having this mindset before meeting your husband? Yeah? I would say yeah, but I can say no too. Only reason why I can say no, because I got married at 18. So I was young, but I always said when I was younger, I said I wanted to have a big family when I was younger, but then I didn't know what that meant. So now that I'm this age, I wish I could have more kids. I mean, a part of me do, but I wish I was richer too. So if I'm gonna have more children, I feel like I need to be having a lot more money too.
More space and everything.
A lot more space, everything. Let's see. Make the decision to do better is what I tell myself. Yes, you most definitely have to. Most definitely.
And it ain't no manual to raising kids, so don't be too hard on yourself, man. You learn it, you grow wings as you flying.
Because each kid is different.
I'm telling you.
Each kid is definitely different. Like, my oldest son, he was the perfect baby. I don't care what nobody say. He was the most perfect baby. And now he's a really good kid, but he's goofy. He's so goofy. I say he gets his personality from him. Like, he is super goofy. You know what I mean? He's a really good kid, but he's really goofy. And my youngest kid right now, the 1-year-old, the 1-year-old he's different. He's feistier. He's very feisty a little bit. He's a sweet kid and good, but he's quick to be like, no. And if I say don't do that, no. And he's 1 anyways. he's gonna be like, I'm gonna look at you and I'm still gonna do it. You know, typical kid stuff or however. But we'll have time to see and, you know, see his personality or however. So yeah, I'm excited. The oldest looked like his dad. Yes. He catfished at first because he came out looking like me because of the eyes. He had my same color, and then all of a sudden it was like he switched. And I'm like, oh, okay. You switched up on mama. And I feel like this youngest baby gonna do it too. So when the girl come out, I'm be looking like, all right, what I got? What I got going on? All right, got her eyes. I hope she has my eyes. But if not, then, you know, she'll look like her daddy. It's okay. He fine to me. Hey. Why you go? You don't think you fine?
I'm old.
Shut
I'm
up.
washed up.
Well, you my old washed up. How about that? Not the catfished. So yeah, but that's pretty much it, y'all. I mean, that's the life update. We're doing good. No complaints, really, honestly. You know, God has been really good this year. As we close out into this year, on December 31st, I can honestly say this wasn't a year that I expected. Thank you so much. Everything didn't go as I expected. But the same token, like when I go back and think about like how he has been, how God has been good to us, he's been really, 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 really good. Really, really good. So I really don't have any complaints. I did have a challenge this year, but I feel like even with the challenge, he was still with us. And he was still continuing to bless us. So I don't have any complaints there. Didn't anybody die this year?
No.
Nobody died this year. 2 people died last year. Nobody died this year in my family. Nobody died this year, right?
One of your cousins, yeah, but I mean,
Oh yeah, we did. We just had a death last month. I'm sorry. One of my cousins did die this year. So we experienced one death this year, but we did not experience a whole bunch of death this year. Outside of that, I would say it's been a really good year. And God has been really good that even in the expansion of how our family went from 1 to almost 4 kids a year. When I tell people that, I'm like, yo, we went from 1 kid for years to at the end of this year going to have 4. Like, man, God is good, because mentally wise, when you think about that, you be like, dang, that's a lot. But it don't seem like it, because I'm one of those people, like, they're my kids. That's my responsibility, if that makes sense. It's nobody else's responsibility. It's my responsibility, my kids, if that makes sense. So we expand, it happens, you know. And so it's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. And it just flowed. I feel like the grace was just real heavy this year. Because a lot of stuff I was like, how am I tripping about this? I could be tripping about this, but I couldn't. I didn't, you know. So the grace was real good. So we're looking forward to next year too. I hope everybody has the best year. I would say, I'm speaking this for everybody. Everybody on this live and including us, we're going to have the best year of our lives next year. Regardless if it's an election year. An election year could be crazy for some. But next year, we're going to have a real good year. Next year is going to be a really good year. Somebody said, wishing you a safe and easy delivery. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. God has grace for your assignment. Thank you so much. I definitely believe that. Man, I definitely do believe that. When you're on assignment and God is with you, you know, I feel like your inner self, your flesh wants to kind of go crazy, like, oh, this is different. But then it's like your spirit is strong. And I feel like this year my spirit was strong. Even though I had moments of weakness where, you know, you have tears, you're crying, you're like, well, I don't know. But also it put me on my knees a lot this year too. You know what I mean? So I feel like situations, adversity and things, they get you closer to God. If you're doing what you're supposed to, it gets you closer to God. You know what I mean? Like, because you're at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to get in alignment with Him, to have His will be done, not my will. So that's a good thing. And all of this that has been done, that has been happening this year, at the end of the day, I can go back and look in this year and say, you know what? It wasn't my will. What I wanted is what you wanted. And that's what kept the grace flowing. And that's what allowed us to continue to press forward through adversity, through everything. You know what I mean? So, and I'm grateful for my husband, you know, to even be nothing. Grateful to my husband to even just be, you know, the person that he is in my life and my support system, because he been there, like, for real. What's another word outside of a rock? Pillar. Pillar stronger?
Hard rock.
See, this is what I'm talking about. So let me tell y'all a little something about my husband real quick. I don't care how serious we are. He's always going to crack a joke, okay? You see how he just did? He's always going to crack a joke. That's why I can't stay mad at him. I be wanting to be mad. Like when I be like serious, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Tiffany. I be wanting to be like serious, and then he be doing stuff like this. This has been his personality. We've been married for 17 years. So when I'm like being serious, this is what he does, and I can't even be mad about it at all because I'm like, this is just who you are. Like,
now, what do you expect from a guy that's wearing glasses?
in a Christmas hat? Y'all be watching my stories. He literally be in here dancing to all the Christmas music. Okay, this is his season. So, yes, 17, yes, and that's where my son gets his goofiness from. Is him. My husband is goofy. I'm more the serious one. I'm more of the, you know, I'm serious. I'm very uptight at times, huh, babe? Very uptight, you know. I started business early, you know. I started my business at the age of 22. I've been the oldest. I'm Big Mama. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I'm more of a serious bone, and he's the one that helps me be more funny and, you know, stuff like that. So he's the goofy one. 17 years, yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's most definitely a blessing. You have a beautiful family, 2 boys, 2 girls. Thank you so much. Baby, you was killing me with the red bottoms. Y'all seen the red bottoms? Okay. Y'all must have seen, what, did I post it on TikTok?
10.
Okay, yeah. On if y'all follow me on like Instagram and Facebook or however. Yes, I was handling business that day. Okay. The business was being handled. Standing on business. No, I'm the other one. I ain't standing on business. I'm you can't do nothing with me. I'm that one. Somebody said my baby coming next year, so I'm so excited. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Listen, I'm glad I wasn't the only one pregnant. That's what makes it easy is when you have other friends that are pregnant, and then you're the one. So last year when I was pregnant with Ivan, I was like the last friend that had the baby. This time, since I got pregnant so soon, I'm one of the first friends that had the baby, and I could watch everybody else have theirs. So it may seem like my time went by faster. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Somebody said, what sign are you? So I'm not really a big horoscope person, I would say, but based off of my birthday being November 23rd, the sign that runs within that particular time frame is a Sagittarius. The date is right on the borderline of Sag and Scorpio though. But I don't really necessarily, you know, believe in the horoscope things, but they, you know, could tend to be a good read for some people, of course. Thank you so much for wishing safe delivery. Oh, okay, you said I'm right with you being 36 weeks. Yes, you only got a few more to go, okay? Listen, you almost there, mama. You are almost there. So yeah, I just wanted to okay. I just wanted to come on here November 22nd. Woo-hoo! Yes, come on November. Day before. So I just want to come on here and give y'all an update. Y'all, next time y'all see me, I'll see y'all maybe a day after Christmas. I would say the 26th. I might come so you can see my brother, my best friend, my brother. He is, my sister will probably be in town too. We should probably go live with them. We'll see. We'll see, y'all. But I would definitely love for y'all to see some of my family. Will be filming anything for your delivery? Yes. So for this particular delivery, there are some things that I am going to be doing. I have a delivery video on my page too, but they blocked it. So if you see like a black screen, I think they was just, I don't know why they blocked it. It wasn't anything inappropriate. Maybe when the baby was out and you could probably